Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, what does it truly mean to be strong? Is it about never breaking? Or is it about how you piece yourself back together when life throws its worst at you? The truth is, real strength isn't loud. It doesn't scream for attention. It's quiet, steady, and unshakably an inner force that no one can take away from you. In a world that often underestimates you, being a strong woman means carrying the weight of challenges with grace. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of storms that were meant to break you. But here's the thing. Strength doesn't always look like what we think. Sometimes it's found in the small, quiet moments. It's the voice in your head that whispers, keep going, when every part of you wants to stop. This video is for you, the woman who has faced challenges, heartbreak, and doubts, but refuses to give up. By the end of this journey, you'll discover 7 unmistakable signs that you are, without a doubt, a truly strong woman. These aren't just random traits. They are the keys to emotional resilience and the foundation of a life filled with purpose and power. And here's the reward for staying with us. These 7 signs won't just help you understand your strength. They'll empower you to unlock a new level of confidence and clarity in your life. Because once you recognize the power within you, no obstacle can hold you back. So, ask yourself, are you ready to uncover the truth about your inner strength? Are you ready to embrace what makes you unstoppable? Now that you are here, let's talk about what it really means to embody strength as a woman. Strength isn't just about pushing through challenges, it's about transforming those challenges into stepping stones. It's about embracing the trials that life throws at you and turning them into opportunities for growth. That's what sets strong women apart. But how do you know if you possess this inner power? Let's start with the first sign that proves you are a very strong woman. You embrace your pain as fuel for growth. Think about this for a moment. Pain is inevitable. Life will test you, and challenges will arise when you least expect them. But here's where strong women stand out. They don't run from their pain. They don't bury it or pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, they face it head on, knowing that every scar tells a story of resilience. You've probably heard the saying, pain is temporary, but growth is permanent. That's the mindset of a strong woman. She understands that pain isn't meant to break her, it's meant to build. When life knocks her down, she uses those moments to reflect, learn, and grow. Because deep down, she knows that every setback is preparing her for an even greater comeback. Think about your own life. How many times have you faced something that felt impossible to overcome? Maybe it was heartbreak, loss, or a personal failure. And yet, here you are, still standing, still moving forward. That's not weakness, that's power. It's the ability to see beyond the struggle and trust that here is something greater waiting on the other side. Psychologically, this mindset shifts the way you experience challenges. When you see pain as a tool for growth, it changes the narrative in your mind. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what is this teaching me? That one question can turn any obstacle into an opportunity for transformation. The beauty of this strength lies in its ripple effect. When you embrace your pain, you inspire others to do the same. Your resilience becomes a beacon for those who feel lost in their own struggle. And without even realizing it, you become a source of hope for people who are searching for the courage to rise again. So as we move forward, I want you to reflect on this. Are you using your pain to fuel your growth, or are you letting it hold you back? Remember, the choice is always yours. Strength isn't about avoiding pain, it's about deciding what to do. Now that you understand the power of embracing pain as fuel for growth, let's move deeper into what defines emotional resilience. Being a strong woman is not just about enduring difficulties, it's about making deliberate choices that honor your well-being and protect your peace. The second sign of a strong woman is this: you set boundaries without guilt. Think about how often you felt obligated to say yes to things that drained you, whether it was taking on too much responsibility, tolerating toxic behavior, or sacrificing your needs to please others. A strong woman recognizes that her energy is sacred. She understands that setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's essential for her growth and mental health. Here is the truth. Saying no doesn't make you weak or uncaring. It makes you wise. When you set boundaries, you send a clear message to the world. I value myself enough to protect my peace. That's not just strength, that's self-respect. And it's not easy, is it? Society often tells women that their worth is tied to how much they can give, how much they can endure, or how well they can meet everyone's expectations. But strong women refuse to let guilt control them. They've learned that the people who truly care for them will respect their boundaries. And the ones who don't, well, they weren't meant to. Now, let's move to the third sign. You are not afraid of being vulnerable. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, vulnerability is one of the most courageous things a person can embrace. Why? Because it requires you to drop your guard and show the world your true self-laws and all. Strong women know that vulnerability is the bridge to authentic connection. They don't hide their struggles or pretend to have it all together. Instead, they open up, not to seek pity, but to create deeper relationships with others, and more importantly, with themselves. Psychologists have found that vulnerability fosters trust and intimacy. When you are willing to admit, I don't have all the answers, or I am struggling right now, you free yourself from the impossible burden of perfection. That's real power. Think about this. How many times have you connected with someone on a deeper level because they shared their truth with you? How many times have you admired someone more? Not because of their successes, but because of their authenticity. That's the beauty of vulnerability. It makes you relatable, human, and undeniably. So take a moment to reflect. Are you setting boundaries to protect your peace? Are you allowing yourself to be vulnerable when it matters most? These are not signs of weakness. They are proof of your emotional resilience. Now that we've explored the power of setting boundaries and embracing vulnerability, let's focus on the next dimension of inner strength. Strong women don't just survive. They thrive by moving forward, no matter what obstacles stand in their way. The fourth sign of a strong woman is this. You keep moving forward, no matter what. Life is unpredictable. Challenges arise when you least expect them, and sometimes the weight of the world feels unbearable. But here is what sets a strong woman apart. She refuses to stay stuck. Even when the odds are stacked against her, she finds a way to take one step forward. It's not about having all the answers or knowing exactly where the path leads. It's about trusting yourself enough to keep going, even when the road feels unclear. Strong women understand that progress isn't always measured in giant leaps. Sometimes it's about the small, consistent steps that build momentum over time. When setbacks come, they don't ask, why me? Instead, they ask, what's next? This mindset isn't just about optimism, it's about resilience. It's about refusing to let temporary failures define your future. Psychologists call this a growth mindset, the belief that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Think about your own journey. How many times have you faced moments where giving up felt like the easier option, and yet you didn't stop? You kept pushing, even when the path was. That determination is what defines strength. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. Now, let's talk about the fifth sign. You celebrate the success of others. This may seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. In a world that often pits people against each other, strong women rise above the competition. They don't view someone else's success as a threat to their own. Instead, they cheer louder, knowing here is enough room at the top for everyone. Celebrating others requires a secure and confident mindset. It shows that you are not driven by comparison, but by collaboration and connection. When you uplift others, you also uplift yourself. That's the paradox of generosity. It always comes back to you in unexpected ways. But let's be honest, it's not always easy, is it? Society often conditions us to believe that life is a zero-sum game, that someone else's win means our loss. But strong women see through that illusion. They know that lifting others doesn't dim their light, it only makes the world brighter. Take a moment to reflect on this. When was the last time you celebrated someone else's achievement without hesitation? And how did it make you feel? Chances are, it didn't take anything away from you. It probably added a sense of joy and fulfillment. So, as you move forward, remember this. Strength isn't just about how you handle your struggles, it's also about how you show up for others. By keeping your eyes on your own path while celebrating those around you, you create a ripple effect of positivity and power. As we continue this journey of uncovering what makes you a truly strong woman, let's dive into the final 2 signs. These traits are perhaps the most transformative, as they deal with 2 of the greatest barriers we all face: fear and self-doubt. The 6th sign of a strong woman is this: you refuse to let fear control you. Fear is universal. It's that voice in your head that whispers, "What if I fail?" Or "What if I am not good enough?" But here's the truth. Fear isn't the enemy, it's a natural response to uncertainty. The difference between those who are strong and those who aren't lies in how they respond to that fear. A strong woman doesn't pretend she's fearless. Instead, she acknowledges her fears and faces them anyway. She knows that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. Every time you take a step outside of your comfort zone, you are proving to yourself that fear has no real power over you. Psychologically, this is called exposure therapy. The more you confront what scares you, the more you build confidence in your ability to handle it. And with each step forward, fear loses its grip and your courage grows stronger. Think about the times you felt afraid to take a risk, whether it was starting something new, speaking your truth, or standing up for yourself. Despite the fear, you acted. That's strength. Every time you choose action over hesitation, you redefine what's possible for your life. Now let's talk about the final sign. You believe in yourself relentlessly. Self-belief is the cornerstone of inner strength. Without it, even the smallest challenges can feel overwhelming. But with it, you become unstoppable. A strong woman knows that the world will often try to make her doubt herself. There will be critics, naysayers, and moments of failure. But none of that can shake her because she trusts in her own journey. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you never feel doubt. It means you don't let that doubt dictate your actions. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, you remind yourself of everything you've already overcome. You've proven to yourself, time and time again, that you are capable. Self-belief also comes from knowing your worth. Strong women don't wait for others to validate them. They carry their value with them wherever they go. They understand that their dreams and goals are worth pursuing, no matter how many times they hear no along the way. So ask yourself, do you let fear hold you back, or do you use it as fuel to move forward? Do you believe in your ability to rise even when the odds are against you? Because once you fully embrace these truths, you'll realize that nothing can stop you, not fear, not doubt, and certainly not the opinions of others. As we wrap up, remember this: being strong isn't about never feeling weak. It's about showing up, moving forward, and believing in yourself even when it's hard. That's true emotional resilience, and that's what makes you powerful. Stay with us as we conclude this powerful journey with a reminder of everything you've unlocked about your strength and how to carry it with you into every part of your life. The best is yet to come.